on Twitch. Hello, everybody.
We are live.
So,
I'm alive.
Everybody that's not there.
Everyone
Hello.
that's not there yet.
Hello, world that's not there. But that's
Is anyone in there yet?
No, not
No,
yet.
because we just went live.
We
We
just
haven't
barely
told
went live.
anybody that we're.
Yeah.
You
But,
gotta tell everybody that we're actually live.
There will be no live audio.
You must come
tonight,
look at me.
so-
We should do Facebook Live.
Okay. Oh, we could try that
Can
sometime.
you do
I
that?
don't know how that works.
I don't know how it would work with Skype, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like,
Yeah, I don't know either.
we'll
but-
research and we'll figure that out.
Okay,
There you
all right.
go.
Yep.
All right, let's do this. This is the Closet Geek, episode 129 for September 23rd, 2016. Hey guys, and welcome to the Closet Geek, where geeks come out, the podcast where four brothers have united their powers to become the four horsemen of geek to bring you the latest in geeky news. I am your host, Barry Ricks, and with me tonight I have my three brothers, John, Ryan, and Michael.
Hello.
Yay!
Welcome. Welcome. To
Oh
the Closet
man,
Geek.
we're all here.
We're all here.
No, it's been a long time.
It's been like
it's been
a month.
like a
6
month.
weeks.
At least a month.
It has been a month since we
It's
have.
been at least a month. This is what a weird month.
I know.
That's
well,
such a rare thing that happens.
it's rare that it happens, but you know, like we said, people, life happens, and this is a part-time hobby of ours, and so we'd like to stay consistent as much as possible, but sometimes, you know, our other affairs of life get in the way. But we appreciate you listening, and we love you, and keep on listening and spread the word. But, gentlemen, let us go to the first segment of the show. This is This Week in Geek, where we talk about things we did geeky, I guess, for the last month. But we'll try to be concise, but things we love and things we could recommend for you guys to definitely check out. So, Michael, why don't we start with you this week?
Sure.
Tell us what you have been done geeky.
We're on fall TV schedule, correct?
Correct. Yes.
That we've been trying to get for the last week.
Yes.
Luckily, most of the shows haven't started. However,
No.
a few have.
A couple have.
Some have.
Yes.
Yeah.
A
So
couple.
like there's Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episodes.
We'll get
and
into that.
stuff
We'll
like
get
that,
into
so.
that.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So gosh, last time we recorded, we were getting ready for DragonCon. Ryan was getting ready for DragonCon. I was getting ready for Anime Bonsai for Salt Lake Comic Con.
I was at.
He was
Dragon.
there.
I was there.
Yeah.
I was
So
in my
was I.
hotel room.
It was a
finishing my
real
costume.
thing.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I'm trying to think of where we left off at. So we did talk a little bit about Salt Lake Comic Con. It overall was a really successful event for the convention heads.
Did you get to go to the Mark Hamill panel?
No, the Mark Hamill panel, I could have gone. It was like $20 for a seat, but
That just
they
sounds.
had it-
That just sounds kind of fun to say. The
yeah.
Mark Hamill panel.
Yeah, the Mark Hamill panel. It was actually, I believe it was the Mark Hamill William Shatner panel.
Yes.
So Mark Hamill, I believe, went first, and then William Shatner took the second time slot. But it was held at the NBA arena for the Utah Jazz.
Right.
So they basically filled an arena.
Build a
Yeah.
NBA stadium.
So that way they were like, whoever wants to go, you can.
You can go,
You just
yeah.
have to pay for the
you
seat.
just have to pay for the seat.
Yeah, and so
That's cool.
I chose not to go mainly because of scheduling.
They
Yeah.
put all that effort in to make sure everyone could go, and
And then
just-
you
And
don't
you
go.
did it. You're like, Mark.
Yeah,
Hamill,
whatever. The
And
Hamill
I've
panel
seen
can
him,
wait.
I've seen him before on TV.
Nice.
It's always worth
So-
going to the Hamill panel.
The Hamill panel.
The
Hamill
Hamill
panel.
panel. It's Hamill time.
It's Hamilton.
All right. So, but this last month, that same weekend was like Mythic Realms Camp Out weekend at the same time as Salt Lake Comic Con. So, did Salt Lake Comic Con, and then went and did the camp out for Mythic Realms. Had a great time doing the big epic, wrap up for the Resport plot line, which was really cool. We went to war, and there was a 4.5 hour session of straight combat. It was so tiring. Oh my gosh, it was intense.
Like real
Um,
battle.
Well, yeah,
Of course it's tiring.
It didn't stop. I mean, there was enough time to like catch your breath and have like a quick side conversation to determine what was going to happen next, and then it just kept going. And so it was pretty intense. It was lots of fun.
Cool.
And what was great is the wife, and the wife and son came, or sons. I can say
Plural
So,
now. Yeah.
Yeah, plural. I have. Yeah. So yeah, so it was my newborn's first camp out.
Wow.
Awesome. Yay.
He was like 2 weeks old or something like, or no, he was like a week old, 2 weeks old. He was okay. He was a month old. So
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm being corrected by the wife.
That's
she
right.
knows better. But then since then there's been 2 other modules for Mythic Realms, so it's been a good solid month of LARPing. So that's been lots of fun. And next month is is the haunted house month and anime bonsai. So that's going to be busy coming up, getting that all ready and so forth. But I've just been playing Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Actually got on to Final Fantasy 14 and got some time in, which was nice because I jumped on and everybody's like, dude, and
Where,
I'm like,
where you
it's
been,
like
man?
a family reunion. I know, it's crazy. And
Where you been?
what's
Had a
What's
baby.
interesting, yeah, exactly. Add a baby, it's a boy, Bob. And
We had a baby. It's a
the, yeah, I love that long distance commercial back there.
yeah.
Gosh, but that's about it. I've just been really stuck in work. I just applied for a promotion, so
Cool.
I might
Good
even
luck.
have less time to do stuff.
Right.
No, but I'm just enjoying life. So I didn't do anything really geeky, unless you consider anime.
Yay! Which you
So
are our
with-
anime.
Yeah,
Finish-
so I was
guy.
thinking of all
Binging
the
anime.
gaming and everything else I've been doing, but then I was like, man, I've been watching anime like a madman this month. Instead. So finished up Macross Delta season, finished up ReZero season. I'm 11 episodes into Orange, which is a drama. It's about high school kids who receive letters from themselves who are 10 years from the future.
Okay.
So their 26-year-old selves wrote letters, detailed letters to their 16-year-old selves, basically saying, we need,
Yeah.
do this.
Don't they know-
Whenever you two say no to Jane Smith.
Stuff like that. Seriously, it's. But the whole premise of the story is that a transfer student, befriends all of them, and they have an amazing year. But he ends up committing suicide, and 10 years later, they have all these regrets of what they didn't do that may have helped him not commit suicide. And so all their letters to their 16-year-old selves is do this, take care of this person, do it, and so forth. And it's interesting how they choose to do or choose not to do the things in the letter that create changes in what had happened versus what is now happening.
Yeah, I don't even know what I would say to my 16-year-old self. Be like,
I agree.
don't
these
do this. I'm like, I don't even remember.
I wouldn't be able to be like, on May 23rd.
I know, right? Obviously,
that's
these
kind of
people
what these
have
letters are
they have issues if they remember
Hey,
those things,
no,
or
yeah,
they kept
well,
a detailed journal.
Yeah, they probably kept journals, unlike most Americans. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so that's a really good drama. And this last month for anime, SLC Anime, we met and reviewed the television series of Night Raid 1931. It wasn't that great. I don't think half of us finished the series, and it was only
wow.
a 13 episode series.
Rough.
Yeah, I got into like episode 6 and was like, I'm done. This is boring. So it got like a 3.5 out of 10.
Ooh,
because
that's your lowest one, isn't it?
We were all, no, it's not the lowest, but it's really close.
Oh,
It's
wow.
in the lower category. So the 3.5 was pretty interesting because only like 3 people, I think, actually finished the series. We just all thought it had possible potential because the pilot episode was interesting enough that some of us actually watched the episode 2 and so forth, but it just nothing happened.
Yeah.
And then the film, since we do a film and a series, the film was Paprika, and
It's a
some
good
of
spice.
yeah. So it's an amazing film. It is the anime that inspired the movie Inception.
Oh, okay.
So it's about a psychologist who, through experimentation and working with technology, has learned how to dream share, and uses dream sharing as a way of doing therapy for these people who have really deep-seated issues. And so it's a lot like Inception, where they can, insert themselves into people's dreams.
Yeah.
And so forth. And so that's a lot of the premise and feel and what Inception came from a lot of the inspiration for Paprika. So it's really, really cool, really great. It got an 8 out of 10. Great show. Came out in 06, 07. I can't remember.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, decade
so
ago.
long ago. It was produced and drawn by the same company who did Perfect Blue back in '98.
Oh, wow.
They also did a few series as well that I can't think of. Oh wait, no, they did this. They are the same company who animated One Punch Man, I believe.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
or at
Okay.
least produced it. So slightly different art style for that genre, but
Yeah.
great show. This month we are reviewing Food Wars, and Food Wars.
Your baby's involved in Food Wars.
Yeah, I know he is. He's like, give me food. I know he's been really fussy. We think he's colicky, and so like 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon, he wants to rest but can't, and we're doing baby massage to help his farts come out. So, but hey, once he toots really good, he's happy. But,
There you go.
There you go.
but we've been watching Food Wars, and we're only reviewing season 1 for the month, but season 2 is 11 episodes in, so it is a fairly new series. But it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a culinary school, and they battle that out Iron Chef style, and you learn about all these spices and food and the preparation styles and what they're called, and it's amazing. It and some of the food you're like, that sounds really good and looks good, but and so it really makes you interested in actually trying some of these dishes that they create and or make based off of real dishes.
Are there any robots?
No robots.
Aliens?
Nope, no aliens.
Explosions.
Of explosions of spicy goodness.
Next.
So, but it's so hilarious because the people who eat the food, it's a comedy off of the fact that when they eat the food, they love it a lot, and so it's very
Over dramatic.
Over dramatic and
Their
sensual.
responses.
But it's funny because it's while it is awfully suggestive, it's clean. It doesn't show anything anyway, but it's funny. And,
Okay, moving on.
So Kathy and I have been really enjoying it. We actually watched all of season 1 and are up to date with season 2 because it's funny, but at the same time it has a really good story. And then of course, everybody should watch this movie, Akira. So it doesn't matter which edition you watch, because there's been a lot of different releases of new dubs or subs. But Akira is the monthly movie. So I'm gonna pull out my VHS and watch that again, and I might splurge and purchase the new Blu-ray.
Or, yeah, at least get it like digitally, HD.
Yeah, I still have it on VHS, and I do have a workable VHS still hooked up to my entertainment center.
Wow.
Because I do have a lot of anime still on VHS.
All right.
I just need to remember how to rewind it.
I think I've got a VCR somewhere in my house.
I don't.
It's not connected to anything.
I even make sure to use the head cleaner once in a while so it doesn't get too bad and dusty.
All right. You're done.
All right, but I was done. So that's okay. Moving on. Who's next?
We're cutting you off.
Ryan, tell us about your geekiness and tell us a little bit about your DragonCon experience.
Well, hold on. Something just kicked up in my background. I'm getting video noises. All right. DragonCon. Well, like we said before, DragonCon had me podcasting that Thursday night, and I was actually in my hotel room putting together last bits for my costume.
And you guys don't have that episode because that was the episode I forgot to press record.
Yes. And so I had built a Senator Theron from the movie 300. The Spartans
so he's based
and stuff.
on one of the movie characters?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure on that.
He's not bald like I was, but he's got
the you costume. Pulled it off.
Yeah. So costume. it was a character costume.
Right.
And so I guess some of you guys have seen the photos of that.
Yeah, you look great.
And then that was pretty cool. That was Friday.
Toga.
Showing the nipples.
It was basically a toga. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was very comfortable, and
you weren't. You probably weren't dying like you usually are with the heat. With the
like
toga on.
This is my first non-masked costume. Can you believe it?
Whoa. Or fully covered costume.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I brought Ultron and Chewbacca, but I didn't actually wear them.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Okay.
So every time we were gonna wear our Chewbacca's, there were three of us, and there was always two people who couldn't do it, or something like that, or one person who couldn't do it. So we never got around to wearing our Wookiees as a group.
Right.
And so I'm just like, whatever. I've done it so many times that I don't really need to do it. I know what the experience is like.
Taking 1 year off is okay.
That's true, yeah. So it's my first year that I haven't worn it at DragonCon. And so it was really cool. I got to hang out with a lot of people, and basically I spent all Saturday evening with Mark Meir.
Mark Meir, yeah.
Friend of the podcast, Mark Meir.
That's right.
And so we decided that we wanted to do a little walking cosplay that kind of worked together. He had a Hunter S. Thompson character from the Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas movie.
Right.
Yeah, I saw that.
And so what he wanted to do was you do that as a yellow lantern, because yellow is the fear.
Right.
Oh, I see.
And then his attorney wears red, and so he's got a red Hawaiian shirt. So I would be the red lantern, loathing. Which is anger, rage,
and loathing. Yeah.
So fear and loathing.
So
it was kind
of have to look at it.
It was very clever. It really was. It was very clever.
Did people get it? Did anyone get it? Come up and be like, "That is brilliant."
I think maybe one or two people.
But you know what? It was fun, right?
Went over their head.
They're like,
it was.
Okay.
It was
a cosplay for you and you alone.
We're going to do it again next year. That's how much fun it was.
It's cool.
That's cool.
Same costumes or another casual costume?
No, it's the same costumes, but I'm gonna make mine better, and
dress
he's
it
gonna
up.
add a few things to his too.
Cool. Yep. Awesome.
And we're gonna have a third person as well.
Ooh.
she's going to be the Christina Ricci character from the movie.
It's not one
I'm not familiar with the movie.
She's
So
like a homeless girl that they pick up, and all she does is paint pictures of Barbara Streisand. It's a weird movie.
sounds
Okay.
good.
It's
All
a
right.
weird book.
It's supposed to be a true story. And anyway,
So that was DragonCon.
one of the highlights of the evening is pretty hilarious, where Mark was supposed to do a panel with the Mass Effect costuming group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he was there, as well as the lead designer for Andromeda, which is the next Mass Effect expansion coming out.
Yes.
So he was also on the panel.
Cool.
But what Mark wanted, we were in costume at the time, and so I was backstage with him, just chilling, and backstage meaning behind a curtain, you know.
Yeah.
It's not high tech, but there were snacks. We made sandwiches.
There you go.
Anyway, he said it would be really funny if I go out there. When they introduce me, I go out on the stage and you follow right behind me and just stand behind me with your arms folded, and I'll introduce you as my attorney. And so he goes up there, and they're like, Mark Meer, and I walk up right behind Mark Meer. Mark sits down, and I just sit like this, behind him,
like
and
this big guy.
for like an hour.
Nice.
So I stood there for an hour just being the bouncer. It was awesome.
Being
That's
intimidating.
awesome.
And then
That's
that
funny.
was pretty fun. Oh yes, and he also said, let's we kind of wanted to do the whole Fear and Loathing thing all night long.
Yeah.
Just we wanted to kind of really get into character and just have people look at us kind of sideways, going, "What is going on?" And so what he said is, every time somebody wants to take a photo of me, I'll try and include you in the photo, and if I can't, just photobomb me.
Nice.
And so every time someone got a photo, he was like, well, can my attorney join me for the photo? and so I was taking photos like, Mark Meer, can we get a photo of you? And it would just be like, there's Ryan. and if I didn't get in the photo, I'm back there behind going, like this behind. So it was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
We had a great time, and we're looking forward to doing it one more time next year, and maybe even forever.
Cool.
It may become a tradition.
That's right. Awesome.
And then that was DragonCon.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was.
Have you
DragonCon.
have you done anything else geeky worthy?
Building Wookiees. I made.
He's making
Actually, what I did was I made my shop in the barn.
Oh, you did?
So I
fantastic.
set up the shop. It's got workbenches and pegboards, and I'm being interrupted by a child.
That's all right. We all take our turn.
We're all
I
parents.
had this window air conditioning unit that I had from previous house.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was I took the window air conditioner, and there's no windows on the barn room.
Yeah.
And we didn't want to put the air conditioner on the wall because it would be like inside a barn stall where a horse would mess with it.
Yeah.
So we put it up in the hayloft, and I put a duct on the front and just blew the cold air straight down into the room through
there you go.
the hole in the hayloft. So, and that's pretty much it. Get out, Isabel.
She's like gathering all these cats.
That's awesome. Awesome. Cool.
3 cats in her arms.
And we're back.
Yep, that's pretty much it. Just more Wookiee stuff. I went into the work. I actually took all my Wookiee stuff into work, and I have a.
How's that been going? Are you working? What are you working on lately at work?
Heroin Bibles.
Heroin Bibles.
I watched the pilot of
You
that
heard
show.
it here on the Closet Geek.
Yeah, I watched the pilot of that show.
So we're making props for that.
But I saw the rocket.
Oh, yeah, that was on tonight, right?
Yeah, I watched it,
Oh yeah.
and
We'll talk
Yeah.
about it when we get to the fall
Yeah.
movie preview.
I haven't
I'm
actually seen
about
it,
it.
but
It's
I have it recorded.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right,
That's pretty much it.
John, tell us.
Me. Well, honestly, I was looking back at this past month, and I haven't really done a whole lot except like get chemotherapy.
Yay!
kind of
You
important.
get a pass.
Yeah. Hey, but you rang the bell.
I
That's
did
right.
ring the bell, so I'm now done.
Yay!
Consider me a cancer survivor.
Yay!
But I did lately. I've actually been getting a little bit back into Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, I
which
saw
is
that
the
you're playing that.
MMORPG. What's I found out, I guess, in a roundabout way, surprisingly, like, I guess I've been out of the loop enough that I didn't realize that there was now like a free to play option where you can just sign up for a free account. It's just like if you were going to get a free account like on Warcraft, it's limited. You only have like so many character slots, and you're limited in what you have access to. But it's perfect for my 10-year-old daughter who's always like, Dad, let's play Guild Wars. So I made her own free account, and then my son has his own account that he's been using for years. So now the three of us can run around and play together.
Cool.
And so that's been fun. Just playing Guild Wars 2 with my kids.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun. I also kind of cranked up a little bit of Destiny. I haven't played
The
Destiny
expansion's out.
a long time. Yeah, the new expansion just came out, but I'm actually 2 expansions behind. So
Nice.
That just means you have plenty to play. That's all.
and that's very true because I'm such a casual player. I think my main character is only like level 12 or 14.
Awesome.
And I think the max level now is like 30.
40?
No, it's like
no,
30.
no, it's
30.
because I've seen creatures that are like in the 44s.
That's like raid creatures, so they're a little bit higher level. But what's interesting is the reason why I fired it up and played it was because I read this whole huge article about the timeline of Destiny, and that's really the main thing that got me interested in Destiny as a game to begin with was the world that they were building.
Yeah.
Just the storyline, the universe that they were putting together for the game. And so when I read this whole huge thing about like the whole timeline behind Destiny the game, it just got me all excited. So I fired it up and played it, ran a couple missions, gained a couple levels, and that was about it. So
Cool. That's awesome.
And the other, I'm still working my way through Stargate SG-1. We are about halfway through season 8. So we
SG-1, I love Stargate. It's so good.
So we still have the rest of season 8 and then 9 and 10. And then we'll be done with SG-1, and then we're going to start on Stargate Atlantis.
Cool.
Yep.
And
Stargate Atlantis.
In our way through Stargate Atlantis. So
Then you have Stargate Universe.
Yeah, but that was only one season, and
two seasons, wasn't it?
It was
very
too
good,
I didn't like Universe that much.
and it wasn't very good.
I liked it all.
Shush you.
Yeah, you liked it.
Well, some
it's
people
okay.
did.
It was okay.
I liked it.
Not enough people liked it for it to stay on.
It's because it became intellectual.
No, it just
Okay. No. It's interesting. You know why I liked it? It's because I had never seen any of the other Stargate stuff.
Oh, okay.
And so I came in watching this. Stargate Universe was my first Stargate show.
Oh,
that's interesting.
okay.
See, that would work.
And so, as a standalone show, it was great. If
I guess
you just kind of forget all the Stargate stuff that happens and just deal with what they're dealing with. It's like kind of actually
Yeah.
cool.
That's what I liked. Is it was its own story.
Yeah.
It wasn't directly connected like Atlantis was.
I think unfortunately sci-fi was trying to recapture the lightning in the bottle that was Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There-
And so
yeah.
so that Stargate Universe was very heavily influenced by
was.
Battlestar
was.
Galactica,
Yeah.
and a lot of people were like, this is. I mean, I understand what you're trying to do here, but it's not really working. So, moving
I
on.
think if they would have included aliens
felt it was working.
into the
Or-
factor
yeah,
or
or
something like that,
It's
instead
just
of just having it all encapsulated,
interesting.
it may have added something.
I mean, it just goes to show.
Well,
it just
true.
goes to show that any show, you never. I mean, even the fan base that a show has, if it's not a big enough fan base, then it's not going to stay on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. Firefly.
But
Yeah, and regardless of fan base, it will,
Right. But I
See
have
Nathan
been.
Fillion's latest comments on Firefly.
Yeah, he's like, "Let it go, people.
Yes.
Just let it go.
Let
Yeah.
it die.
I've moved on.
He said it
I'm
was
like
perfect
7
because
projects away.
it didn't have a chance to fail, and so it ended up being just
So
this
it just-
perfect
now
little
it's-
thing.
Yeah, it's its own little bubble. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Let
But
it-
I'm
let
reading.
it-
I'm reading an interesting book. I saw that it was a TV series, and so I was like, well, it looks like an interesting TV series. But then I wanted to read the book. So it's a book called Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell.
Oh,
And,
it's such a good TV show.
Really good.
Right. And so I haven't seen the TV show yet because I'm trying to read the book first. But the book is really
Ooh.
interesting. It takes place during the Napoleonic era.
Yeah.
But it's in Britain, so it's on the
Yes.
British side of that whole conflict. But it's essentially about these two men who are, well, for the lack of a better
Destined.
term,
Wizards.
They're wizards.
Yeah.
They're more than. I mean, they call
Practical
themselves
magicians.
They call themselves magicians, but it's not like a stage magician.
Yeah.
I mean, they're like Michael said, practical. They actually
Do
use
magic. Yeah.
and they're trying to bring back magic into the world because
As a respectable profession.
as a respectable profession. Yeah, and so the book is like so British. It's
That
kind
sounds
of
like fun.
it's kind of hard to read sometimes.
'Cause
It's
you're like- you're like,
oh my
what?
gosh. It's like, I mean, because I mean, British. It's a very dry,
Humor.
the British culture. It's and so, especially when you start going back into like the 18th century, or 19th century rather, but. Yeah, but it's the book itself is humongous. It's right up there with some of like Brandon Sanderson's epics. I mean, it's just a huge
At
book.
what point are you?
I've gotten to the point where Jonathan Strange just went on his first trip down the King's Road.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's in the series or not.
Yes.
But
yeah, it is.
so
But
Not-
it doesn't. It's not as developed as it is in the book.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not in detail like the book is.
He just went through his first trip. Drawlight was like pretending to be
He was-
Jonathan Strange.
No, he's solliciting
but he was
Jonathan
pretending-
Strange, to do
He was using
magical
the
stuff.
name. Yeah, he was using the name to like.
Give us
make
money,
money,
and we'll give
yeah.
you spells and make
So
sure
that's
stuff
kind of-
happens.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right
Okay.
now. So now, like Jonathan and Mr. Norrell are trying to like reestablish themselves as respectable magicians.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the two of them have such different views on magic and how it should be
Yep.
used and what direction they want to go, but they are the only two magicians, and so they pretty much have to like be with each other because who else are they really going to talk to about magic? I mean, there's nobody else to talk to. So even though
Isn't
though I-
there?
the places the book will go.
now, okay, yeah, they're only now just starting to like the Raven King, they're really like starting to really hint that he's a bigger part of what it's all about. And Mr. Norrell is like really like trying to like he's very anti Raven King, whereas Jonathan Strange is very pro Raven King, and
it's because he's scared of the fairy.
Well, there's that. He doesn't want people. He doesn't want to have to be relying on the fairies, because he's kind of messed with the fairies a little bit and brought
Lady
Pole back from the dead, and so now like the fairies kind of have control of her life. And
Butler,
Stephen Black. Anyway, a lot of this stuff is really going way over everybody's heads.
Yes, but the book is good.
And Mr. Norrell is available on Netflix.
Yes,
it's great.
Really good.
It's only 6 episodes.
8.
It's a BBC,
10. 10 episodes.
It's a BBC America production.
I believe it's 10.
I don't know.
It is on Netflix. So
you watch it, you binge it so fast. It's awesome.
If you want to watch something about magic in the 19th century,
history,
it's a historical fiction
drama.
It's like an it's an alternate history.
It's a period drama with magic.
Yeah. So it's cool.
Yeah,
I am enjoying the book. It's kind of
I need to read the book.
It's kind of taken its time to develop. I mean, like, to the point where I'm at, where we were just discussing, I think I'm only like a third of the way into the book. And so there's like, I know that there's still a ton to come, but I'm like, okay, where is this going? So it's going to be a fun trip.
Just to clarify, there are only 7 episodes.
7. Okay. Michael said 6. Barry said 8. You meet in the middle.
Something like that. Anyway,
it wasn't a competition.
But all right. So
I'll watch it.
It's really good.
That's a good.
That was one of the geeky things that I did.
There you go.
Was watch that with my wife. We both really enjoyed it. It was a really good show. Something else that I watched. I was on a business trip this week, and so when I'm on business trips, I binge watch shows. And I was behind on
respectable shows
on Shield.
I was gonna say it's better than binging on other things.
So I hadn't watched season 3 of Shield, and so I watched the entire season 3 of Shield while I was on my my business trip.
How long were you gone?
I watched most of it in like a day and a half or so.
That's what his wife said.
Because that's like 26 episodes.
22 episodes.
Oh, 22.
22.
Still,
I'll have you know.
That's
but
that's like what, 18 hours?
Hey, what else is he gonna do?
Between my meetings and I also stay up really late when I'm on my business trips to watch the shows. But I also watched it. Awesome. Really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the more involvement of the Inhumans and everything. We'll talk a little bit more about season 4, which was one of the shows that is
started on Tuesday.
Yes, I watched, and while I was in the airport waiting for my flight, I watched the pilot of that.
There you go. So
really, really good. Other geeky things, of course, playing Overwatch. It's still season 2 of competitive. I'm still, I would consider myself a casual player, but I'm only playing really competitive right now, the competitive mode, because I want to try to get to a certain rank. I'm gold rank right now, but I want to get to at least platinum, and I'm so close. But but if you
what do you have to do to get to that next level?
I had to get to
matches?
You have to win matches. And you have to get to a certain skill point to get to the next level. I really like the way they do the skill points right now, rather than the first season where it was like you just lost levels if you lost a game. But now it's based on skill points, so you have to get to like 2,500 skill points to go to platinum level. And if you lose a match, you only lose like 50 skill points or something like that, depending on how badly you lose. Or if you do really well, you can gain 50 to 100 plus skill points, and so it's a really good system on how they do it. I like it better than the last season, so I'm trying to get to that point. Of course, focusing on the characters that I have become my main characters that I play with, and playing with my friends and stuff that I've made while playing Overwatch, and it's super fun game. Still playing that. Something that kind of happened. I now do a weekly geeky / tech segment on one of our local radio stations' morning shows.
Very cool.
Good job, dude. How did that happen?
Okay, so here's how it happened.
Whoa, you have a morning show?
He has a morning show segment.
You have a morning show segment on a radio station. That's cool.
So how it happened is on my way to work, in the morning, in my car the CD player doesn't work. So I'm like, oh well, I have to just listen to regular radio. And I finally found a morning show of the two hosts that I really enjoy listening to their funny banter. And then just one day they were talking about something geeky. I can't even remember what it was, but they said something, and I'm like, that's not right. So I called in, and I'm like, hey guys, I just got to correct you on something, like this and this. And they're like, oh, okay, thanks. Lots of fun. And then maybe 1 or 2 days later, they said something else, and I called in, and I talked about that, and then I'm like, and after I did the second time, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna make this a thing, calling in and updating you guys on this stuff, and then just out of the blue, one of the hosts found me on Facebook and reached out to me.
Who is this nerd?
Reached out to me in a personal message, and he's like, dude, I think it would be really awesome if you came on our show once a week and gave us a tech / geeky update on what's going on in the world. And I'm like, yeah. So
did they know that you podcast and anything?
And that was part of our conversation that we had while we were chatting through our messages, and it's been today I do it on Fridays, and this was the third week I've done it so far. And
wow.
So the first week was right after the Apple conference, so we talked a lot about that, and and today talked a lot about some other things, but people have, and the other listeners, they write Facebook questions live to me sometimes. So they're like, hey, so-and-so asked this tech question. Can you answer this? And I'm like, yes,
no.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can with Google.
So the question that the person asked, I was actually able to answer and really well, but it's fun. But it's funny because I go on the show ready to talk about certain stories.
Phone a friend.
Yeah.
Call John.
That's right.
This is totally nerdy stuff. No.
When I go on,
that's what you should do. You should be like, can I phone a horseman?
I'm gonna call one of my source of information. But I always go on there with a couple stories in mind. But today, the host is just like, he's like, hey,
all over the place.
Like, did you hear about this geeky thing? Did you hear about those self-lacing shoes that Nike's doing right now? I'm like,
oh yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. And we went to commercial. I'm like, self-lacing shoes, Nike, and popped it up the article. And so when it came back, I was actually able to sound like I knew what I was talking about.
Are you in studio or
no? They call me on my phone.
So
I'm at my computer when they're calling me.
Luckily.
Yeah, and
so they're gonna listen to this and go, "Oh, you're busted."
Busted.
You're busted.
But then he's like,
know what you're talking about.
He's like, oh, let's talk about movies today, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's talk about movies. And so we talked about movies and everything, and so I knew.
Yeah. By the way, you were given some wrong information.
What did I give wrong information about?
You were talking about like the Seven Samurai, and you're like, in the Seven Samurai, they all die. I'm like, no, they don't.
No, they don't. Not all
they
of them.
Don't all die.
Yes,
There's
they do.
3 of them that live.
Yep.
No, I thought all of them died. The original, all of them died.
Samurai.
No.
No.
The first samurai that found out about the whole thing that started getting the others together.
He died.
He lived. No, he lived.
Oh no, he lived because he's
And
the one
then
who
Recruited everyone.
the youngest kid lived.
right. And the big bully guy.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
lives.
No,
No,
he
does
no,
he?
he died.
Because
No, who's Shiro Mifune? He
yeah.
died.
There was the one who
But there
who's
was
like the
three.
highly skilled one who runs off into the forest and like
Gets the
kills
rifle.
all the guys and comes back.
Well, he
No,
goes
he
to get the
just-
guns. That's what he does.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
but
but at the end there was like 3 of them that were still
Oh,
alive.
so well, I'll go back on and I'll correct
I'm
myself.
like, no.
Oh no!
You need to watch your Akira Kurosawa
I
film.
have that movie on
So,
VHS.
but anyway,
I admittedly haven't seen that show for like 17 years. So
but
I'll
it
have
was,
to-
but it's been lots of fun, and they've enjoyed me. And the cool thing is, they let me plug the Closet Geek every time.
Yeah, that was
yes.
So
That's so cool.
Like,
so
of course, this is only like a local radio station to like Hobbs, New Mexico, right?
well, the radio station actually is a Roswell.
oh, it's
So it's
Roswell.
not even so, and they so they do basically all southeast New Mexico.
Yeah, that-
You know,
West
that would
Texas.
make
Lower
sense
corner.
because if you look at our social media, it's gotten a lot of extra views in the last couple of weeks, so that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
because
well,
I
and
watched
right
those,
after-
I watched those
Right
analytics.
after I did a segment with them, I noticed that we got a like on Facebook. I'm like, I can't prove that was the case, but it might be a reason. So, but anyway, so I've been doing that.
That's awesome.
It's lots of fun.
If you're a new listener, welcome.
welcome.
Yeah, you have 100 and something episodes to catch up.
That's right. Nice. All right. Well, let us finish with that, and let's go to the next segment of the show. This is the Weekly Geek, where we talk about geeky news generally, but we are doing our fall TV preview, where we talk about a lot of the geeky TV shows that are going to be coming out this fall. Some new ones, some that are not new, and and that's how.
This list is by no means extensive. We're really just covering like the very genre specific shows that are coming out this fall, and even then we probably don't hit even all of the genre specific ones. We're just kind of queuing up some of the bigger ones, the ones that we like, the ones that we want to talk about.
Right.
So there are plenty of shows that are coming out that we're probably not going to even talk about or mention. We're sorry if it's like your super favorite show that you're super excited about that you're going to watch this fall, but we can't talk about them all.
Yeah, granted. So
technically
I
the
just
fall-
want to recognize we actually have a couple listeners in Twitch. So
Excellent.
that hooligan
Welcome.
and one saint.
Hello.
So we are actually all related. We are 4 brothers. I am the youngest. John right here. He's the oldest, and then Ryan, and then Mike, and then me. And we get together every other week and record this show about geeky news. So, so welcome. Let's talk about the
So
TV
technically
preview.
the fall TV season has officially started.
It started this week.
This past week.
This
This
week,
past week has like a lot of the series are starting to launch. So the first one that we have on our list that was on Monday night was premiere night is the new season of Gotham.
Yes.
So we're gonna actually get to see like versions of Harley Quinn,
Killer
and
Croc.
Killer Croc this season, Mad Hatter, Solomon Grundy. Those are some of the
characters.
Well, a lot of the
yeah.
characters we saw snippets of at the end of the season 2.
right. They're gonna kind of flesh them out.
I'm really interested to see how they're going to do the whole Poison Ivy.
Yeah, that's
thing.
really weird.
Yeah, because they
That is weird.
introduced her as a
Yeah.
child, but now she's going to be an adult.
Now and she's all like
Eh.
sexed up and everything, and it's
Oh,
like that's
I'm like, I don't know why, because it would have been more interesting to see that she and Selena Kyle were the same age and so forth. And
now they're not.
whatever.
They're
Now-
going to
now she's
introduce
like-
that multiple people are playing
Yeah.
the same character.
That's a possibility as well, because maybe Poison Ivy is not an individual, but a continued persona.
So anyway, Gotham is like crazy.
Yeah.
So
It's
If you're watching it, then good on you. But it's yeah.
I tried to, when I was on my business trip and I finished Shield. I'm like, what should I watch now? I'm like, oh, I never finished Gotham season 1, and I started watching it again. I'm like, yeah, that's why I
This
never.
is why I never
Gotham,
finished it.
Finished season 1.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just it's a little for me personally.
Season
It's
one,
a little too
season
much.
1 was rough.
Well,
Season
it's
1 was rough. I enjoyed
No.
season 2 far much more. than
But
season
the
1.
reason why I stopped watching it, it was a little too intense for me.
It's dark and gritty.
Very
Yeah,
dark and
trying
gritty. I
too
didn't
hard.
like the whole like I understand that's the characters, but I just don't like, the people killing random people for no reason just because you get angry. I understand that's their character, like Penguin randomly just like, oh, I'm going to take this broken bottle and kill the
Jam it into the neck of your.
kill
Hey,
the flower guy because he said something that I didn't like.
You just gotta understand the mind of an insane person,
So Tuesday night was the premiere episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So you got
Yes.
season.
Crazy, man.
I watched I watched the pilot of season 4 of
I haven't seen it. It's
Four.
on my playlist.
and obviously, I mean, and this is not news.
It's not a spoiler
It's
at
not
all.
a spoiler. They introduced Ghost Rider.
Yeah, Ghost Rider, but it's
oh,
not.
yeah.
It's not the.
But
It's not Johnny Blaze.
motorcycle riding
It's not Nicolas
Johnny
Cage.
It's
No,
not
it's
Johnny
not
Blaze. He's actually a young adult Latino guy.
It's new. It's
But-
based on the new Ghost Rider.
But
Right.
I
we knew that.
liked
Those
how they did it. It worked.
good.
It worked for me. I liked it. I liked the car. I really liked the graphics when they showed him changing in to Ghost Rider, and then his look of his skull and everything looked
That's
really
interesting.
good.
That means they're gonna introduce like
Oh,
concepts of magic and so forth, just like the movies.
No.
having problems.
Whoa, Ryan, you
Right.
went all robot.
You froze
okay
on us,
there?
man. You froze on us.
Technical difficulties.
But I thought it was good, and I think they will be able to work with it. And which Mike makes a good point that maybe not necessarily they'll introduce magic, but introducing a character such as Ghost Rider, they'll be able to introduce a lot more.
Actually, I have heard. They probably are going to introduce magic because I have read that a lot of the stuff that they're going to set up in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is going to be answered in Doctor Strange when Doctor Strange comes out in November.
Yeah.
So yes. So magic is going to be introduced into the world of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because they're gonna tie into the Doctor Strange movie. The same way they tie into all of the movies. Because
does that mean S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to have some sort of presence in the movie
Well,
to
it's
claim that there's some sort of tie?
It's interesting in the beginning of Ryan, he's gone.
We lost Ryan.
We lost Ryan.
Yeah, I knew he was having to.
Yeah.
I don't know
He
how.
probably has to
I don't think this might be a spoiler, so I won't say anything.
Okay.
But
Yep.
there's something that has happened that I was like, oh, okay, and then they never resolved it in this episode. But it'll be interesting to see.
Okay. So tonight, there's a couple shows that started tonight. One that we're all kind of excited about is MacGyver. The reason why we're excited about it is because Ryan has actually worked on props for the show, including the missile that he kind of lugs around on his shoulder. So that starts tonight. That's basically the reboot of the classic 80s MacGyver TV show with Richard Dean Anderson. I watched the pilot. I watched the pilot, and I was disappointed with the science.
The effects.
Oh, okay.
They
didn't put enough budget into their effects.
Yeah, it feels so cheesy.
Oh, no,
it's almost like they're trying to recreate.
It's like they're trying to do the 80s.
I don't know if they were trying, or maybe they're like,
something.
hey, this is a really tight budget pilot.
Yeah.
the characters have potential, but
Yeah.
it all seems very lackluster to me.
The other thing that a lot of people don't always remember or realize is that usually pilots are done a long time before they
Right.
even
This
know
seemed
that
very
they're going
Yeah.
to become.
Well, that's why
become
sometimes in pilots, like episode 2, like you have
like everybody looks
a
different.
totally new actor for a character. You're like, wait, what?
Or like, like everything is different than from the pilot because they change, they make
Yeah.
little tweaks and they're like, okay, well that didn't.
Yeah,
quite
look at Star Trek.
Well, yeah. But the other show that is starting tonight is a Sci-Fi Channel original called Van Helsing, and it's a typical sci-fi original. Some of it's kind of the B movie cheese, but this one is about like a post-apocalyptic vampire world, and the main character is a female, and her name is Vanessa Van Helsing. So, and she's like, fighting the vampires in this post-apocalyptic world. So there's that. If you like the sci-fi, original sci-fi stuff.
They haven't come out with anything really good in a while, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Dark Matter and Killjoys were all right. But anyway, so tomorrow night is the season 3 premiere of Star Wars Rebels, which is the animated series on the Disney XD.
I wish they were streaming seasons 1 and 2 somewhere, but they're not.
I'm sure eventually it'll come to Netflix. Eventually,
Yeah,
I'm surprised
it will.
yet.
It will, because Netflix made that deal with Disney, and I've noticed like a ton of more Disney stuff. Like,
well, true.
like
But
Zootopia is on there already.
But they only have so much stuff
So,
at a time online, which is
it'll be interesting. I
sometimes
think
frustrating.
they're trying to. I'm not sure. Anyway, but season 3 is going to be really exciting because they're introducing a character that was from the extended universe that technically got the kibosh when
Admiral
Lucasfilm said all of the extended universe stuff is no longer official. So this character, Grand Admiral Thrawn, is a huge fan favorite from the extended universe. But now he's being officially brought into the official canon. Of Star Wars as part of the Star Wars Rebels series. And so a lot of people are super excited about that. But of course, it's all about Ezra and his pull towards the dark side, and whether he's going to be able to stay light or not. So there's a lot of really cool stuff going on.
Yeah,
and I
didn't even know it was in season 3.
Oh yeah.
Well, you haven't watched the Clone Wars.
I haven't watched the Clone Wars or the Star Wars stuff. I haven't watched
the Star Wars stuff. Clone Wars is really good.
It's definitely worth watching.
Yeah.
Sunday night is the new season 6 of Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, and I watched that with the wife, and it's kind of weird.
Well,
it feels like they're pushing. They're pushing. They're like,
what characters can we add to this?
No more subject matter. No more subject matter.
The last few seasons have had their ups and downs. Like some story arcs worked really well, some didn't.
Agreed.
But hey, it's season 6 and they're still going.
Yeah. They still have they have a loyal following, that's for sure.
I have a feeling they'll hit season 10 before they finish it up.
So season 6 is gonna be all about Aladdin and Jafar and Jasmine. Those characters are gonna be introduced in this season.
Yeah.
So
they have the entire echelon of Disney to choose from.
That's the.
I'm just waiting for a car to drive up and start talking.
Nice.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
So next
Friday,
week,
is the big one that people are really excited for.
Yeah.
So and that's gonna be Luke Cage.
Luke Cage, yeah. It's the next
This is
the next series
total bad.
in the Netflix Marvel series,
The Defenders.
and so this is actually one that people are really excited about. So it's all about Luke Cage and the Invincible Man that he is. So it's going to be more good stuff. If you've enjoyed Daredevil and Jessica Jones, then you're going to love the Luke Cage series.
Oh, I'm sure.
I love it. Great.
Right, as they build up into Iron Fist. That's the one that I'm like, yes. Iron Fist. But, I don't think that one's planning on coming out until next year.
Not until next year. First quarter of next year, I think.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Okay, so October brings a lot of new stuff in October.
This one I'm really interested because I remember seeing the previews first during the Olympics, and I saw it and I went, "This has potential," but it really worries me that it can be ruined really fast because when you have anything that includes time travel, it can either be fun, or in this case, it seems like it's going to be like a serious drama,
science-y,
and so
or something.
sciencey, serious. And I'm like, ooh, if you go time travel and serious, you can lose people really fast because there's so much.
You either got to be ridiculous with it, or you got to be like,
you either have to go
strict.
You either have to go Doctor Who,
right,
or
or
Primer. DC Legend of Tomorrow, or you're gonna have to go something hardcore like
Primer. Have you guys seen Primer?
No. There's the what's the movie with Bruce Willis?
Super.
Oh gosh, I can't remember.
12 Monkeys.
12 Monkeys.
Well, there's 12 Monkeys. Stuff like that.
Fifth Element.
It's a series. It depends on the genre.
The series that we're talking about is called Timeless, and it's a series. It's interesting because it's one of a number of time travel series that are coming out this season.
Yes.
Every network seems to have its own time travel series. So this is NBC's version of the time travel series.
They'll never compete with Doctor.
And so that comes out Monday the 3rd. And then that week is all about the CW multiverse, all of their shows.
Basically.
Yeah. Well,
you've got the Flash, you've got Arrow, you've got Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. They're all coming out that second week.
Frequency's a standalone though on CW, or is it going to be? It's not part of the DC world.
No,
is
Frequency is no, it's not on CW. Frequency is a CBS.
Oh.
That was such a good movie.
For some reason, I was thinking it was on CW.
Frequency is CBS's time travel show. So this is based on the movie.
The movie was really good.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
For anybody that may have seen it, it came out in like 2000. It was Dennis Quaid, Jim Caviezel, about where like this man is a ham radio operator, and he runs into this frequency where he can actually talk to his father, who is in the past, and his father has in the present. His father's dead, and so it's all about how he like uses this ham radio frequency to be able to communicate with his dad and help solve crimes. And so this is kind of a reboot of that. So it's now like
we have Ryan back.
Are you back this time, Ryan?
Yes, I had to reboot my computer.
Awesome.
Wow. I figured as much.
All right.
Welcome back.
We're talking about the frequency right now.
Frequency, yeah. So this is, like I said, this is CBS's time travel series about.
Movie?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
But it's a female lead. So basically,
a daughter instead of a son.
Yeah. So she is a cop who gets to talk to her dad, who is in the past, who is also a cop.
Oh, he's also
right. This is kind of their spin on it. Not quite, but based on it. But yeah. So apparently, she somehow figures out how to help her dad not get killed and then all of a sudden it changes the present, and he's like alive, and so now, and then they had to deal with all the repercussions from that. And so
Well, I was like, is it going to be like Bill and Ted's? Hey, leave something right here for me, and then like you walk over there and pick it up. Thanks, dude.
thanks, dude. I love
Have you ever seen the
I
show,
love that.
the movie?
Yeah, the movie's good.
See,
I like it.
I remember liking it.
I don't think I ever watched it because I thought it looked like a sci-fi horror show, and so I don't think I watched it.
No, it's a drama.
Yeah.
So anyway, so like The Flash, if you watched it, last season ended with him changing the past and
Yep.
saved his mom, which
Yep.
those of us that have followed the comic series, we
Flashpoint
know that
paradox.
started the Flashpoint that essentially started the New 52. And so,
Don't do it, Barry.
It's too
So
late.
So
Too
you know,
late.
it's interesting because you know, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle all of that. But and then of course, you know, Arrow, you know, Oliver's basically, you know, if you
But the
if you watched
Flashpoint's
it-
going to affect Arrow, and the Flashpoint's going to affect
well,
Supergirl.
That's
and
that's
they
why we
haven't
were
confirmed that
thinking
yet.
but that's why
It's
we were
gonna-
thinking that's how they finally get like Supergirl into
Yeah,
their
right.
universe.
That we kind of talked about that is
Instead of
how do you
being
get
two
Supergirl's
universes,
ultimate
it's-
dimension into
Right. It's going to be all in the same universe because the
I
Flash
just-
messed
I
it
just
all up,
wanna watch-
or whatever.
I just want to watch the musical episode. That's all. That's what I want to watch.
Yeah, there's going to be a Flash Supergirl musical crossover.
By written and
I just
directed
don't
by
know.
Joss Whedon.
Maybe
That's
that's a
great.
rumor. I don't know if that's confirmed.
Oh, I thought
but,
that was confirmed.
I don't know about. I don't know if it's confirmed. but
Anyway,
that would be awesome.
Let's finish
So,
this list off.
So October 13th is season, I think 27 now of Supernatural.
It sure feels
no.
like it, right?
What is it? No, it's season
It's
12.
season 12,
but
season
still,
12.
Season 12. My
I
goodness.
can't believe it. It's so
I mean-
amazing that it's lasted this long.
Now, Ryan, are you all caught up with Supernatural?
No, I still have
So we
like
can't
4
really talk
seasons
about it
left.
too much. So,
Yes, don't ruin anything.
so even reading the little paragraph is spoilery.
So don't
So
read
don't
it.
I'm not even going to read
Because
that.
okay, so Supernatural's coming. It's if you've been watching it, it's still going.
Okay,
So
I'll
you can
take
talk
my
about it all
headphones
you want
off,
because
and
I've
you can-
never watched a full episode.
That's okay. We don't need to go in depth, Ryan. We're okay. We'll continue on. So
What?
This next one really caught my attention because it's produced by Gale Ann Hurd, who produced The Walking Dead, and so it's called Falling Water. It's on a TNT, and it basically it's about being able to manipulate dreams of others. So it's kind of an Inception-ish type.
So like Dreamscape?
Or yeah, that kind of thing. where
Oh yeah, that's a great movie.
basically
That-
the way it
Dennis Quaid,
starts is
yeah.
that they kind of find out, like there's 3 people that find out that they're all kind of dreaming parts of the same dream. And so then they're like, okay, it kind of delves deeper into how that's all being connected. And then it turns out that this big, conspiracy.
yeah.
But it's, but the fact that Gale Ann Hurd is producing it, that says something, because she's pretty much, anything she touches is kind of turned to gold. So she kind of knows what she's doing. Now this next one is October 22nd, and this one I love it because it's based on a book by Douglas Adams. It's called Dirk Gently's Holistic Detective Agency, and
This
if you've read it,
this is BBC, correct?
yeah, it's on BBC. But if you've read the book, yeah, it's actually going to have Elijah Wood as Todd, which I think is awesome.
That'll be cool.
And so it's just about their adventures, where it's kind of a detective cop show. It's quirky, Douglas Adams.
Quirky, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that is what Douglas Adams is most famous for.
Yeah.
But so if you're familiar with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and how kind of crazy, quirky that
It's
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's so wild. It's crazy.
It's
so
so
this
wild.
is gonna
it's crazy.
this is more of that same goodness.
That might be the title of our episode.
It's so wild. It's crazy.
It's so wild. It's crazy.
October 23rd is the new season of Walking Dead.
Season 7.
Yes.
To find out who Negan killed,
Yes.
because that was
Or-
like huge cliffhanger. at the end.
Or did he actually kill anybody?
Or did he
Yeah.
actually kill anybody? They have said that
Right.
somebody's going to be dead, but
I
but
haven't
they've also
watched.
said-
Oh man,
they've
I
also
haven't
said
watched
that
since
every
season 2.
single they've also said that every single person filmed their own separate death scene. So even the
Right, because
characters
even the characters don't know because everybody
The
filmed.
themselves
actors.
don't even know
Yeah.
who's going to be dead.
Maybe
So that's
none of
just-
them will, and they all were just screwing with the watchers.
So,
So it's going to be
our listener in the chat, he says that he thinks Glenn died.
Well, Glenn dies in the comic books. So
Well,
that's that's the easiest one to go to.
Yeah.
well, but
he
a
did
lot of
not. He did not climb under the dumpster.
well, no, that's different. That was a different time that they
I
thought
know,
he
I'm
was
just
dead.
joking.
So I mean,
I
they-
don't
Catch
watch
up
this.
on The Walking Dead, dude.
Dude,
They
I haven't
almost-
watched since season 2, so I'm just joking
that's
around.
what I was going to point out. I was going to point out the fact that they kind of made everybody think that Glenn was dead once already. So are they just going to,
Just kill him
Go-
off because
go
people
with
are
that
already
end,
accepted
or-
that he was dead?
or are they going to kill off somebody that's not necessarily
Inconsequential.
crucial to the show?
I don't know.
Oh, that person died? Whatever.
I say
It's
you
not-
know,
it's
All
not-
the people that are lined up in there, in the comic book, about half of them are already dead.
Yeah.
according
Yeah.
to the
Well,
comics,
and, people
yeah.
are missing body parts that they're not missing in the show. It's
Yeah.
like,
Rick, he doesn't have an arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
And
hand.
he has a hook
Yeah.
hook thing that he does,
He
right?
got- no, he
if
doesn't have
Daryl
a-
dies, we
he's
riot.
got a prosthetic arm.
No.
If Daryl dies, Daryl's not
Daryl
even a
is
comic
like-
book character.
No,
is
he's
he?
not. But
No,
he's
not.
like
He's like.
he's like the essence of the TV.
It's
show.
That's
true.
right.
You
Yes,
can't
that's
kill him
right.
If you
off.
kill him off,
You'll lose a lot of
People-
watchers.
The show's
fucking
gonna
dead.
the show's gone if Daryl dies.
So,
All right.
going into
The first one,
November
yeah,
is
November,
another sci-fi
it's a sci-fi
original
original.
series. It's called.
yeah, this was actually. Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
All
I
right,
was just
guys.
okay, we're
Hold on,
arguing. We want to talk.
because-
It just looks interesting. So actually, it
yeah.
comes
I
from
love it so much.
it comes from the producers. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are actually working together to produce this show. It's called Incorporated. It's a futuristic show where basically a person pretends to be someone else so he could incorporate himself into this company, because in the future basically corporations run everything because government failed, and so he's infiltrating this corporation to do something, but they didn't.
The trailer just came out like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, I watched
and it looks really good.
It looks well produced. Yeah.
I'll have to.
I mean,
it sounds very dark future-esque stuff that I enjoy.
Future-esque. It is. But I mean, the last time Ben Affleck and Matt Damon worked together, they won an Oscar.
They won an Oscar. So
So I'm just saying.
just saying.
You know,
Just saying.
Just
Goodwill
saying.
Hunting.
But
Yeah,
they
Goodwill
but
They're like, this is what starts our career.
But
This
they
is what
wrote-
will end our career.
Hey,
Oh wait,
they worked together on Dogma.
that's true. Dogma was
that was
awesome.
a Kevin Smith movie though.
but they
okay, that's
but
true.
they
That's true.
they were
didn't- I don't think they wrote it.
it'll be it'll be interesting because they wrote Goodwill Hunting, but they're just producers on this show.
Yeah,
So
they're-
obviously they'll have
So,
some
but it
influence
looks-
over the
I mean,
writing, but not complete.
even if it didn't have Ben Affleck and Matt Damon attached to it, it's still the trailer in and
It
of
still
itself
looked good. Yeah.
Sounds good. Yeah.
made the show look really
Who's the
interesting.
actor in it?
I have no idea.
Is it
He's
a no
he's
name?
No name.
No name.
I don't
Good.
recognize him.
Cool.
His name is
Sean
Teal.
Teal.
Okay, and it's on Sci-Fi, right?
Teal?
Yeah.
What?
Sean Teal, I love him.
He's my favorite.
Oh,
of Teals.
I thought
Yeah.
that was. I was like,
It's a
that sounds like a
it's a
first
sci-fi
name for a
original.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's that? Oh, that's Chantil.
That's Chantil.
Yeah.
I'm sure
It's
Ryan
like-
probably
it sounds
knows a
like- it sounds like
Chantil in
somebody I
Atlanta.
would know. You know.
So that's the highlights of the genre releases
Yes.
for the fall TV
So,
series.
some good
TV
stuff coming out.
season.
Obviously, we can't all watch everything. There's too many things demanding our eyeballs, so we'll definitely have to
Okay,
pick,
so
pick our
Ryan, you
favorites.
take. No,
You take the first half.
Take this many.
We'll just
That's-
split it out and talk about it later.
So we do have our favorites. Of course, we'll probably try some of the new ones and see how they go. But yeah, so we always do this every year with the fall either movie or TV preview, and it's always lots of fun, lots of good things coming out.
Oh,
And
something.
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say something I noticed yesterday that really threw me. All the CW network stuff is gone from Hulu.
That's because they're starting their own service,
I
and it's
know, they
absolutely
create-
free.
I know, but I'm like,
Oh, really?
if
Wow.
it's a free app, you can do that.
They're-
But just oh,
But they
man,
want
now I
they
have
want
to use
people
like
to use.
now I have
But
to
see-
use like 7 services just
but
to
see-
watch
yeah,
3
but
shows.
it's
CW
great.
Has
Sorry,
But
it's
it's nice
next-
that it's free.
it's
But
great that
not
it's
supported on the
free.
PS4.
but
Yeah.
they'll be able to make money this way, where they had to pay to get it on Netflix. But even if they have
That's
well,
true. They can make money off of commercials.
off of commercials,
Right.
advertising, even if it's just on the website or if they do the Hulu thing with commercials in between. But they can make more money this way. But I'm grateful that
They probably
service is
need
gonna
in
be
order
free.
to keep these shows going.
they'll probably
so
do a Hulu
Yeah,
type
I just noticed
thing.
that they finally
it's great
moved
for
it.
us. It's great for us cord cutters.
Yes, definitely. So, that's it for the Closet Geek. We're not going to do geeky trivia tonight. We're running a little long. Of course, we usually do on our preview episodes, but
Well, plus, it's been a month since we've
yes,
talked
we
to
did
each other,
we did
so-
Yeah,
a lot of
seriously.
This Week in Geek. But thank you. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead. You have something
I was gonna
important to
let
say.
Let us probably, if we can, let's squeeze in, instead of waiting for 2 weeks, let's see if we can squeeze in an episode next week to make up for being gone so long.
So,
I knew everybody
yeah,
would be
I have
that.
to look at my schedule.
Yeah.
see
I know,
what we
it's all about schedules.
Yep. Okay.
but thank you for
Awesome.
listening to The Closet Geek. You can find us and all our information at theclosetgeek.net. And I just want to encourage everybody, Christmas is right around the corner. And you can use the Closet Geek Amazon affiliate link by clicking on the Amazon link on our homepage on theclosetgeek.net. No extra cost to you, but a little bit of that money goes to help support the Closet Geek and help pay for a lot of our fees, our hosting fees that we do. And we appreciate all of you that do use the service, and please continue to use the service. Do your Christmas shopping and help support the Closet Geek
Make it your
Studios.
bookmark, because it doesn't cost you anything.
Definitely. And don't forget to definitely subscribe, rate, and review our show on iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere you can really find a podcast these days. And come and join us in 2 weeks. Maybe we'll squeeze something in next week. Who knows? But we do this bi-weekly now. We'll be here at least in 2 weeks. We are the 4 Horsemen of Geek, reminding you to wave your geek flag proudly. And
Bye.
that's that.
Nice.
So thank you
Zany.
thank you everyone in the chat room that joined us. We had a bunch of different new people this time. Sorry,
Welcome. Hope you enjoyed it.
someone just barely joined us too, and now we're leaving. Join us in 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
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 And also,
Watch it. I mean,
It's
it'll
gonna be. You could just watch the rebroadcast.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, just watch the
Just
rebroadcast.
watch the
It's worth it.
and then
It's worth it.
and I do some streaming on the side too for gaming and whatnot. But anyway, that's it. Thank you guys, and we will see you later.